What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about XPENG, ticker symbol XPEV, and how they just released their beta software for autonomous driving. Now, that's a very important advancement for this company. We're going to go over exactly what they're doing with this technology and how they have gotten it into their cars so far, and how I think it's going to affect XPENG as well as all of the other electric vehicle stocks this week. So before we get into all of that information, if you guys enjoy the information that I provide for you in this video, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me get this information out to as many people as possible and grow on this platform, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and learn about a couple of new ones. If we go over and take a look at the chart of XPENG, we can see back in October, it rallied up with NIO when it had their massive run up and went all the way up into the $74 range before having a pretty massive pullback and kind of settled down in the $38 to $40 range. We recently saw it have a pretty substantial run up as well as NIO ahead of NIO Day. But when all of this information kind of came out, XPENG kind of fell with the other electric vehicle stocks. So they kind of move in tandem with each other. I could see XPENG going a lot higher this week for this reason that I'm going to show you right here. So if we go over here, we can see that XPENG announces autonomous features for highway driving. So they're making more progress on the self-driving car front. They have unveiled a beta version of its Navigation Guided Pilot, or NGP, for highway driving. So that's going to be only highway driving right now. Maybe in the future, we'll see some of more rural maps that they can go on, but right now, it's only planning on being for highway only. So the new autonomous feature will allow the company's flagship P7 sedan to automatically change lanes, speed up or slow down, overtake cars, or enter and exit highways. That's pretty standard for autonomous driving. When NGP is ready for full launch, it will be included in the company's XPilot 3.0, an autonomous driving system due to hit the market in 2021. So that this software is most likely going to come out, I'm predicting Q3 or Q4 of 2021, if not 2022, if this gets delayed. Now, with features like adaptive cruise control and parking assistance is currently being sold on XPENG EVs. That's very good news. Now, NIO also has their own version of autonomous driving, but they are cooperating with NVIDIA to accelerate the development of autonomous driving in their smart vehicles. Now, this is going to cause a lot of competition between these two companies, which is good and bad. If NIO can come out with their autonomous driving software first, and it's a very sound system, it's very good at what it does. NIO also said that their autonomous driving system, NAD, was built on a concept of redundancies for safety, so that when the regulators come in and decide if they're going to allow this autonomous driving software to be in the cars in the market, they'll most likely approve it faster. Now, we haven't really seen anything like that for XPENG yet, but if XPENG can get their autonomous driving software into their cars quicker, we might see a higher jump in valuation of XPENG in the near future. This is because I've said before that the valuation of all of these electric vehicle companies in China not only comes with the delivery numbers and sales numbers that they provide, but a lot of it has to do with the technology. Now, I've said this a lot, but Tesla is valued right now at over $1 million per vehicle sold, which is pretty insane. So the margin between the price of the car that they're receiving and the actual valuation is built up by all of the technology and innovation that they're putting into these vehicles. XPENG has also started delivering and expanding into the European market. They have delivered about 100 vehicles in 2020, and I think they're going to be delivering a lot more in 2021. At the current time, they're only directly delivering vehicles to the customers in the European market that order them, but I think we could see in the near future plans for XPENG to expand and create a factory in Europe, similar to the one that NIO is planning to do in Denmark. XPENG has also received a pretty substantial credit line. Chinese electric vehicle maker XPENG said on Tuesday it had secured a credit line of 12.8 billion won, which is 2 billion USD, from 5 Chinese banks to expand manufacturing and sales. Now, I think what they're going to be using this for is new factories and expanding into Europe. Now, they say right here, the maker of the P7 sedan and the G3 sport utility vehicle, that's just XPENG, is planning to build a third car plant in China. So NIO has also also announced that they are going to be building another factory in China as well. I think what we need to see from these Chinese electric vehicle companies to really give it a boost in terms of valuation is solid expansion into other markets, mainly Europe. If they can expand into the United States, that would be great. I don't really see that happening really in the near future, but I think if they can expand into Europe, that would provide a very nice boost in delivery numbers, and they'll be able to get more cash from the sales that they make of their vehicles and use it for more technological advancements and maybe setting up more factories around the world. Now, we can also see that a lot of analysts are pretty bullish on XPENG as well. We can see that every week Benzinga conducts a sentiment survey to see to find out what traders are most excited about, interested in, or thinking about as they manage and build their personal portfolios. They surveyed a group of about 300 investors, asking whether the stock will reach $100 by the end of 2022, and 62% of readers thought that it will. Now, it basically just goes down to say that they're advancing their technology, but this is basically just a survey. It's a good thing to see that a lot of people have some bullish sentiment in XPENG. I wouldn't say that this is going to be the end-all, be-all, because this is not a big bank giving a price estimate, but it's still a good sign to see that a lot of investors who have a lot of cash are very bullish on XPENG. Now, putting this aside, XPENG is also getting some pretty bullish upgrades from some big banks. We can go over here and we can see that XPENG has been upgraded by Bank of America. This happened a few weeks ago. Bank of America securities analyst reiterated a buy rating on XPENG and raised the price target from $43 to $51.10. Now, currently XPENG is trading at about $47.82, which is a pretty good mark. Now, Bank of America's price target hike comes after XPENG completed a $2.8 billion rights issue earlier in December. Following the fundraising round, Lee said XPENG has the cash it needs to fund its growth and plenty of near-term catalysts ahead. They're planning on launching their free charging platform, which is a very interesting platform. They're giving all of their XPENG customers 300 kilowatt hours of charge for free for the first year that they buy their vehicle. That is a very good thing that they are offering their customers. It's giving their customers an incentive to buy their cars, as well as the different subsidies that the Chinese government is giving them. Now, if we go over and take a look at the option chain for XPENG, we can see that there's nothing really that stands out too much on the February 19th expiration date. We can see that the open interest is not very high. If we go to the January 22nd date, we can go and see that the open interest is a little bit higher, but still nothing crazy stands out on the option chain except for these 50s that had 9,000 of these call contracts traded on Friday with a 5,000 open interest right now. I'd say that XPENG is a pretty good option to get into if you want to trade some options on it. In general, though, if you like XPENG long, I would probably go for some in-the-money leaps. So if we go out, we can see that if we were to go for January 2022, the in-the-money leaps are going to be about $2,400 if you want to go deep in the money. And you would basically need XPENG to go to $54 in order to break even by expiration. And you could exercise these contracts and buy 100 shares of XPENG at $30. Not such a bad option considering that XPENG has a lot of bullish sentiment and it's coming out with autonomous driving, delivering different vehicles to Europe, and is just coming out with and crushing their sales numbers. They were up 300% on the year, which is always good to see. So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed what I had for you in this one, please go down and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow on this platform, and you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks and learn about a couple of new ones. I hope you guys are having a profitable trading day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.